A powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake has killed at least 132 people and injured more than 570 across Western Colombia. And cocoa and the coffee axis are among the worst hit areas, with Pereira reporting 60 deaths. More than 1,500 homes have been damaged, including 37 that were destroyed. Over 60 buildings, 18 health centers and 52 schools have also suffered damage. And teams are searching collapsed structures for survivors, while roads and communications remain disrupted. Now let's have a look at some of the most tragic photos on the deconstruction and the destruction that has been, caused by the powerful shock. I'll be taking you through the visuals that you can see on your screens. And obviously, this is the aftermath of the Colombia earthquake. It's a 7.4 magnitude earthquake that took place, in which at least 1,600 buildings were damaged. You can see on your screens how many people, not just the locals, the rescue people as well as the administration is on the ground. All of these people that you can see, these are locals that are trying to search for survivors. And then this is the rubble that you can see after this huge magnitude of earthquake that took place in Colombia. And this is in Pereira when we talk about exact location, and you can see the level of damage that has taken place. The entire building has collapsed, and now people are trying to find the survivors who are feared trapped under this particular rubble. And when we take a look at another visual, this is an elderly man. Rescuer is helping a sick man to safety after 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit Colombia. You can not just the fact that they are helping this particular sick man, you can even see here how many people. This particular man has been injured in his leg. This particular man is injured in his hand, and you can see how much of a damage, not just on the buildings or not just on the infrastructure, but also how many people are affected after this earthquake. You can see people have been hurt. And obviously, this is a huge hit on even the elderly. A lot of people are rendered homeless amid all of this as well. And this is a national disaster, and they have stated that this is the strongest earthquake that has taken place in 21st century in Colombia. And when we talk about another visual, you can see the rescuers and even the locals. A lot of locals are gathered over there to help the rescuers out. And they're searching through the rubble for survivors as well, because this was a powerful earthquake that struck Colombia. You can see all of this is a shattered and the destructed building that you can see on your screens as well. All of these locals are gathered over here in terms of the search and rescue operation for people who are feared trapped under this particular rubble as well. And when we take a look at another visual, you can see a man can be seen carrying his dog past the rubble of a collapsed building following the earthquake. Not just the fact that this is an effect on infrastructure and the people, but also on animals and the livestock. You can see even the several visuals that have come out of people who have been rescuing their own dogs as well. And you can see even on the top of this particular rubble, there are people gathered here to rescue the people who are feared to be trapped under the rubble as well. All of this, you can see, all of these people are not just the rescuers, but also locals who are trying to figure out if there's a possibility that someone is trapped beneath all of this rubble. And another visual that you can see is this is a close-up where you can see the rescuers are digging through the rubble of a collapsed building, and they are trying to search for survivors as well. Another visual, this talks about the intensity and the aftermath of the earthquake, which was so strong that a lot of buildings have been impacted because of this, and a lot of people are feared to be trapped under this. And the rescue operations are still currently underway, and what we are getting to know is the fact that when we talk about the intensity of this, at least 1,600 buildings have been affected in this. Another visual that you can see is a large crowd that has been gathered where a rubble lines a street in Manizales, Colombia, following the earthquake. And you can see how many people are gathered over there. And they are not just seeing what's happening on the ground, but they're also helping out the rescuers in making sure that if there's someone injured, if there's someone who's fear trapped, they can provide all the medical aid that is necessary to the people who have been injured. Another visual that you can see on your screens is the Menezes Cathedral, which is the church you can see is visibly damaged following the earthquake as well. You can see it's tilted because of this. The people are gathered over there. You can see how badly it is tilted. So obviously this talks about the intensity of the earthquake, and obviously a lot of people are injured and hurt in this, and the rescue operations are currently underway. But now joining me on the telecast is my colleague Pragati Tripathi. Pragati, what exactly you're getting to know in terms of the latest updates regarding the rescue operation, and obviously what exactly are the authorities doing on the ground?
Well, the death toll from the powerful earthquake that struck Western Colombia has now risen to 132, with more than 570 people injured as rescue and relief operations continue across the worst hit areas. And if we talk about the, people who are helping, so you see, amidst the devastation, the scenes of ordinary Colombians helping one another have emerged as a defining part of the response. Residents have joined emergency personnel in searching through collapsed buildings, clearing debris with their hands, and helping pull people to safety before professional rescue teams can reach them. The effort is particularly important in the areas where access has been difficult and communication disrupted. In Cali, rescue teams have also are also working around a partition collapsed hospital where patients were reported under rubble. Hospitals across the affected regions are dealing with a surge in casualties while authorities continue to access damage to schools, roads, and other infrastructure. The earthquake has also been followed by numerous, aftershocks, creating additional risks for people near damaged structure and complicating, rescue operations. The Colombian government has declared a national disaster and mobilized emergency rescue and all the resources, while international assistance is also being provided. The U.S. has announced $15.5 million in humanitarian assistance for the relief efforts. And for now, the priority of the government and teams.
All right, Pragati.